up front? Stay in front. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to go into a pretty strange target. Okay. In the Bubishi, it's listed as bladder 50. Right? No, 40. Excuse me. But it's not correct. As we found out all through this weekend, all these pressure points are off just a little bit. And if you actually look at the Bubishi, they never went by those numbers anyway, so it's sort of like trying to take one paradigm and putting it into the other one to explain it, but it really might not even explain it because it's the wrong paradigm. So what I'm going to show you right now is right on the back of the knee here, okay, right where the crease of the knee is, okay, you've got a vein, a nerve, and an artery, right, and they're right next to each other. Now this can be either a neurological knockout or this can be a blood knockout, just like you had seen before, okay? Now, typically I would kick this, but when you kick it, it's pretty abrupt on the back of the person's legs. You really don't have the control of your legs as you want. Okay, well I don't anyway. So for safety factor, I'm just going to nail it with my blood pool hand. Okay. Now the angle and direction, I want the blood to come away from the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it down. Also, when you're striking on nerves of the legs, it's always best to stretch it away from the spine, away from the torso, all right, because it pulls it like a guitar string. So, right, hey, could you roll up your pant leg? Okay. Yeah, the comments come out now. Okay. You got nerves right here that if you push, you see that that'll just buckle out the leg, okay? You've got also nerves on this side, not as sharp. Okay, but you got the blood vessels right across on the inside. So if he's standing there, or I get behind him, and I take that out. Okay, now, yeah, you're going to feel it in your stomach because it's taking the blood away from your stomach. Cross it, legs. Okay. A little nauseous. Yeah. You're getting like dizzy. You were dizzy on the floor too? Yeah. Okay, go back down. Okay, again, I affected the blood more than the nerve. Now I got the nerve just a little bit because you heard the shock of pain that went through him. How you doing? You less nauseous now? Now in Kyusho, what we usually do, in Kyusho, by the way, we've been talking about Dim Mak a lot, it's because it's in the Bubishi, and that was their method, hitting the blood and hurting the blood or killing the person using blood vessels. I use the Japanese term Kyusho because it just means vital point. And we use the nerves a lot more than we use the blood system. Now this weekend I've been hitting more on blood tissue to show how you can drop the blood pressure and get the person very dizzy or sick to their stomach. And you can still incapacitate them for a little bit too. So Kyusho is what we really basically work with. Again, working with the nerves so there's no physical damage and it's a much quicker response. You saw this one, he couldn't fight, but it's a slower response than hitting on a nerve. But again, the Dim Mak and the Kyusho are very, very close to each other because you always have a vein, a nerve, and an artery. So when you're hitting these nerves, you're also, if you go a little deeper or you hit a little harder, you're going to get into the blood systems as well. And that's what the Dim Mak is all about. Now, for taking it for what I think the original meaning of the Bubishi is, if I took a knife and cut across there and cut those vascular tissues, okay, then the guy's going to bleed out also. Okay, so that's, he's not going to walk too, so you cripple him, so you can do anything else you want with him, but you could have just left him on the battlefield and he would have bled out. How are you feeling now? You fine? Okay, we're going to try it. Getting dizzy again? Yep, here he goes. Sit up, sit up. And this, lay him back down again. Yeah, let's get him down. Okay. So, if you do a knockout, and you see sometimes in these YouTube videos that we do, or some people do, you'll see a knockout, and you see the guy go down, and then you lift him up, and he repasses out. It's because of blood pressure. It still hasn't gotten back up, and when you lift your head up again, blood just drains out again, so your blood pressure drops again, so you have to lay back down to get revitalized. I was over in Spain. I did this for one of my videos. And I got the guy on a blood vessel, and I really popped them. Took me about 25 minutes, 30 minutes to get them back. It was kind of interesting. So we'll leave them here for about 20, 30 minutes. We'll go down to Starbucks. Come on back.
Can I show you where
You want anything while we're down there?
Can I show you, Evan, that I had a vascular surgeon cut me because of it that way,
Really?
just to protect me from.
The laceration to the
Yeah.
back of those blood vessels.
And what was that from?
A car accident.
Oh, yeah?
See how that's cut?
Is that from surgery or?
Yeah, that was
from the car?
surgery. He went in there to save what was in there, or not to lacerate it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so
Boy,
they would have
that-
just, in the past, and it was.
Yeah, she was coming straight across. I mean,
What cut your leg?
Oh, the surgeon. did that.
Oh.
I
Hit
I
your
ripped
knee?
a claw, yeah, my knees were disconnected, tendons, ACL, and all that stuff. Yeah. So they had to reassemble and screw it in.
like a Tonka toy.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Huh?
Blood pressure.
Yeah.
You good?
Say that.
Excuse me, sir, what?